Hello friends, in this video we will talk about tarot astrology. In this video I will introduce you to tarot. As you all know that tarot is one of a very popular and prominent form of fortune telling, and I will give you a basic introduction of tarot. So let's get started. In this video we will talk about what is tarot astrology. I will discuss about the history of tarot. We will talk about the various cards which are used in tarot, and we will also talk about the two major categorization of cards, which is the major arcana and the minor arcana, which are also called the court cards. And we will also discuss about the various spreads which are used in tarot astrology. So let's get started. Our first point is, what is tarot astrology or what is tarot? See, tarot is an art of fortune telling, and it is very prominent among English speaking countries and in Europe and North America, especially in Europe and North America. So in this tarot astrology, we basically it involves the use of cards. In this we answer the query or tell about the person or the problem or anything by using the various cards. In tarot we have a total of 78 cards which are employed to answer a query, and each and every card in tarot astrology has some special significations. It has some special meaning, it has some deep connection with the problem or the query. So the third is the spread. So first point is clear that you have to use cards. Now the third point is that how you use cards. So here comes the role of spreads. Spreads means that whether you answer the query using one card, or you take two cards or three cards, four cards, to up to even 20 cards, and how you spread or how you organize that card to answer the various parts or subparts of the query, and how to answer the or how to tell about the personality of the various aspects of the personality of a person. So here comes the role of spreads. Our fourth point is meditation. So in tarot what we do, we meditate on the cards. We meditate and see that what this card means, what is the imagery in the card, what is the deeper meaning of the card, how we can relate that card to the present social circumstances. Like, the imagery in all the cards in tarot astrology is very medieval in nature. It has medieval origins and has remained unchanged. So you have to relate and meditate on that card and relate it to the present circumstances. Now the fourth point is connection. So when you are giving a reading, or you have to connect that card with the person or with his query, or and then give the reading. So this is the most important points. The fourth and the fifth point are the most important. The meditation and the connection. First you meditate on that card and then you connect. You in connection we see that how this card is answering the query of the person. Now the next point is, what is tarot astrology or the history of tarot astrology. So the tarot is an ancient form of art of fortune telling. It has ancient origins, and it was prominent in Egypt, Chaldea, and even in Chinese and the Indian civilization. It was not prevalent in its present form, like as we see in its present form. It was prevalent in some other form, but it was there. Like many people believe that the Egyptian book of Thoth, the book of Thoth was written by an Egyptian god Thoth, who is the god of reading and writing. He wrote that book in which he gave all these dark secrets of fortune telling and occult and mysticism. So the Tarot is usually regarded as an ancient form of fortune telling, and when Alexander conquered Greece, conquered Iraq, Babylonia, and Egypt, this knowledge got transferred to Greece. So this is how the knowledge of tarot went from Egypt and Chaldea to Greece, and all the way to rest of Europe, and then from Europe to America. The second point is mix of many traditions. There are many traditions in tarot, like you have the Italian tarot, the French tarot, and many people they have over the years worked on tarot and made their own and gave their own contribution to the field of tarot. The third point is cards. In tarot, we use cards, and these cards are believed to be originated in Italy in the 1430s. And as you can see that all the cards used in tarot, they have very medieval imagery. You have knight, emperor, empress, the magician. So these cards they have medieval origins in the present form. That the present form of cards have medieval origins. Now the fourth point is variety. See, in tarot you have 78 cards, so you have a lot of variety which you have to master. Each and every card has its own significations and meaning which you have to learn, which you have to meditate upon and learn how to connect. Now we will be moving on cards. So the cards are the lifeblood of tarot. Now we will first discuss about the art of reading cards, like how to read the cards. So the first point of reading cards in tarot is to meditate upon the card. You take one card, any card from the deck, and just meditate on it and see that what this card is showing, what is the meaning, what is the significations of the card. So, like the cards you have in front of you are the star and the moon. So, just look at that imagery and try and meditate. Like star, what does a star shows? It shows achievement. It shows very high position in the society. It shows fame, but it also shows flickering fortunes. Like stars are not always visible in the sky. They are visible during a particular period at night, and they are not visible throughout the night. They are visible, they are very bright during certain times of the night. So this is how you have to me- uh, meditate on the card, and you have also learn to connect that card with the query of the person. Like if a person is have has come to you and he wants to know that whether he will get selected for a promotion or not, whether he will get a certain award or not, whether he will be successful or not, and you get the card the star. So definitely it is a very positive cards. But here you also have to use other cards also to give a complete 360-degree reading, so the meaning may get changed. So the second point is memorize. You have to memorize each and every card. There are 78 cards, and you have to memorize the signification of each and every card. So the first point is meditate on all the cards and try and memorize it. By memorization your readings will get faster. You can also develop critical analysis skill by memorizing all the significations of the cards. The third point is familiarize. Familiarize means that it comes with with practice. When over the years you will practice and meditate and memorize the cards, you will become familiar with the cards. You will develop a deep connection with the cards. So the point is developing a connection with the card. So now we will discuss about the two major classifications of tarot cards. The first classification is the Major Arcana. See, Arcana means secret or mystery. So major arcana means major secret or big secrets or a big mystery. So these cards are the trump cards of astrology, of tarot astrology. These cards, they carry very deep meaning. These cards are generally have a personality or a very fixed imagery. Like you can, on the left you can see the fool. So it has a very fixed, it is a personality, so it is a very fixed personality. And in other cards you will see numbers, like, but in these cards you will see personalities and fixed imageries. The second point is culture. See, these cards have some cultural significations, like the cards of major arcana, like the high priestess, the emperor, the empress, the knight, strength. So all these things are very much of culture, and you have to relate those imagery with the present social circumstances. And third is symbology. See, each and every card carries some symbology, like, on the right you can see the wheel of fortune. So there is a symbology of a wheel. So a wheel turns, it may turn in either direction. Like that, the fortune can turn in either direction. It can be favorable to you or unfavorable to you. So there is a lot of symbology. And the fourth point is mysticism. There is a connection between the card and the query. That is a basic principle of astrology. So there is mysticism, and you have to unravel or discover that mysticism connected with that card. You have to meditate on that card, and slowly and gradually you will get to know what is the mystical thing about each and every card. And the fifth point is principle. See, all the major arcana cards, all the 22, there are 22 major arcana cards, and each and every card signifies a principle which one has to master, or which a person is lacking. Like this card is like the on the left is the fool. So the principle represented by the fool is that uh, it means that entrepreneurship or fickleness of mind. It can also represent the principle of fickle minded person, or it can also mean boldness, like, and it can also mean adventuring and venturing out. So there are many principles which you have to meditate and connect with each and every card. Now the fourth and the sixth card is power. These are the most powerful cards of tarot. These cards, they carry very long, they signify that the query or the thing has a very long term and life changing signification. So these are the most powerful cards of tarot. Now, the next point is minor arcana. See, minor arcana, there are 56 minor arcana cards out of the 28 cards in tarot. 56 are minor arcana cards, and these are suit cards. These cards, there are four types of cards in minor arcana. Like you can see the wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. So our second point is numbers. So as a number is associated with these cards, like you have the two of swords, three of swords, five of pentacles, and like this. So in the major arcana card you didn't have any number, you just have personalities. But in this minor arcana card you have some number associated with the card. Now the third point is symbology. So a lot of symbology is there, like on the left you can see the Prince of Wands. So in the symbology you can see that a person who is very well dressed, he is holding a wand in his hand. And on the right you can see the King of Swords. So the symbology here is like a person who is sitting on a throne and is carrying a sword. So you have to meditate on the symbology which is there in the cards. Like on the left card you don't have a throne, on the right card you have a throne. A throne means a power, authority, significant position. And the fourth point is mysticism. The each and every card has its own mysticism which you have to meditate, unravel and discover yourself. The fifth is principle. You have to meditate and find which principle or which quality or which thing are represented by these cards. Like the King of Swords, you can see that the principle connected with King of Swords, you can say justice or power or authority or the ability to handle crisis. Now, our next point are wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. So these four types of imageries you may mainly get in the minor arcana cards. Our next point is spreads. Like first, after meditating on each and every card, now you have to learn how to use that cards. First you mastered the various significations of the cards. Now you have to master how you have to use those cards. Like you can, on the left you can see that there are four cards and they are organized in a certain fashion. So these the spreads means organization of cards in a particular form. And in the center you can see that there are three cards employed in a triangular fashion. On the right you can see there are five cards. So you have to master the various spreads. Like there is a single spread of in tarot. There is Celtic cross, there is past life, there is seven card spread, and there are many spreads. So even spreads, there is a lot of variety, and there are various spreads to answer a particular query. Like if you have a query related to your career, you can use a three card spread. Like in the middle part you have the three card spread. So the middle one will show the present circumstances, the left one will show the past, and the right one will show the future. So so now you have to relate those cards with the past, present, and the future situation of that person. You also have a four card spread. Like on the left it is a four card spread. Four card you can also use in interpreting the dream of a person, or you can also use a single spread to just answer the question. It is a very quick way of answering the question, the single spread. So that's it. Now we have come to the end of our video. So do like this video. You can also share and comment on this video. And in this video I have very briefly described you about the tarot, its history, and the cards, how to read the cards, the major categorization of cards, and I have very briefly talked about the spreads used in tarot. So thank you.